Hello there. Welcome to EZDADDY's house for my first ever cooking episode. Today we're gonna make shrimp etouffee. I know there's a lot of different recipes out there, but I know what works best for me and my family, so without any further ado, let's get this thing rolling. Oh, yeah! Welcome back to Easy's Kitchen. I finally got all my 3 pounds of shrimp peeled. Now we're going to show you how to make a roux. You can buy a roux in the store already made in a jar. That's what a lot of people do. If that's your thing, well, it will save you some time. Or you can do it old-fashioned way. Just me and the wife here, and have a conversation and drink a beer while we're doing it. What we first do is we put a half a cup of oil. Here we use sunflower oil and half a cup of flour. What you do first is you heat up your cast iron skillet. Normally you want to wait till the oil gets hot and then stir in the flour right after that, little by little. But we're going to heat this up just to show you how to do it from the start. You want to constantly stir so it doesn't stick until it becomes peanut butter brown. Probably take about maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Like I said, you don't want to put your fire too high or you'll burn your roux. If you start to see a lot of black specks in your roux, you've already burned it and you might as well throw it out and start over. Hello there. So I'm making my roux. Takes about 20 minutes, or about the time it takes to drink this brown ale here from Lone Pint Brewery. So you want to constantly stir, and you always want, for me, I like to use cast iron skillet and a wooden spoon, because what's a plastic spoon gonna do if you heat it up too much? It's gonna melt into your roux. You have plastic roux. So just constantly stir. You don't want it to stick. You want to keep your fire on medium. And if it gets too brown too quick, you always turn your fire back down a little bit. All right, welcome back. Now that my wife Sharonda is going to welcome back to EZDADDY. All right, now let's talk about the essential ingredients that you're going to need to make a good shrimp etouffee. While my lovely wife finishes up the roux, I'm going to go over the list of ingredients that you need. First of all, garlic. Can't do anything without garlic. What I like to do is, for this recipe, which is going to feed about 8 to 10 people at the most, I like to use a good, at least 5 or 6 cloves of garlic. Here, my next ingredient is going to be at least 1 or 2 whole bell peppers. Well, this recipe will use 1. Some green onions. Always go great. You can add these towards the end, not only for color, but also for a taste. About 5 stalks of celery. And 1 to 2 cups of white onions, whole white onions. And always lemon. I always want to put lemon in with seafood. It gives it that extra kick. And I like this. A lot of people don't use tomatoes, but I like to put at least a can of tomatoes in there. And to add to the roux, once the roux is peanut butter brown, with etouffee you always add butter to it. Last but not least, the best rice in the world, Zatarain's. The only rice I like to buy. Here you go. Here's a perfect roux. Peanut butter brown. What did I tell you? No burns. It's not burned. It's ready to go. Next, after this, we're going to throw our vegetables in and start this party going. Okay, the roux is done. So we transferred the cup of roux from the cast iron skillet into an all-clad pot. Why do we use all clad? Because it's the best. So we want to get this good and hot again. Heat this up. Then we want to slowly start stirring in our onions, our bell pepper, our celery, and our fresh garlic. There we go. Hear that sizzle. And as you stir in these vegetables, it's going to thicken up. That's when you can use seafood stock, even chicken stock, if you don't have any seafood stock, or regular water. You hear that? The smell, the aroma from the nutty smell of the roux to the fresh garlic and onion hit bell pepper. As you see, it's thickening up a lot. You could even get away with maybe 2 cups of roux if you wanted to, if you want more roux, but this is good enough for thickening right now. Go ahead and get all those good veggies in there. There's your garlic hiding in the back. Now I'm stirring these good veggies in here for a good 5 to 7 minutes. This time I'm gonna go ahead and put the can of diced tomatoes in there. I don't drain them because at this time, as you can see, the roux is thickened up. Get everything incorporated in. Now you want to hit it with a little salt to let the veggies sweat a little bit. We use the pink Himalayan. Now we've added the salt. Keep working the veggies in there. Now we're gonna put a little bit. Now that we have our roux and our vegetables are sweated, you don't want anything to stick to the bottom, so that's why you constantly stir with a spoon. We want to put a little liquid in here. We can prepare to put our shrimp in. You just want to get the right consistency. You don't want to make it too thin or too thick. As you add the liquid, it cools everything down. You may want to kick your fire back up a little bit just for a moment. There we go, we're getting that nice peanut butter brown looking Etouffe. A little bit more. You can also make a seafood stock out of your shrimp holes. Boil them in some water and drain and use that. Or you can buy the seafood stock at your grocery counter. All right. Okay, now I've got everything in here I need right now. I'll just add just a touch more broth. Seafood stock or chicken stock. We are just about done. So now we're gonna cut the heat down a little bit. Let this simmer. As it simmers, it's gonna thicken up. And it's gonna be right where we want it to be. 15 minutes or so. Okay, the shrimp are cooking on medium heat. Now we're gonna add the kicker here, a stick of butter. Some people incorporate the butter in with the roux. We put it in afterwards. It's gonna give it a nice, rich flavor. There we go. And to cut that richness, plus give it a boost of flavor and some vitamin C, I'm gonna squeeze a half a lemon in here. Go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. I've chopped up about 2 cups of onions. I can go ahead and put about a half a cup and just save about a half a cup to garnish at the end. These are going to give it that great Cajun flavor. We've got just about all our ingredients in. All right, now we're gonna add our 3 pounds of shrimp. Stir that in. Fire's nice and hot here. Doesn't take shrimp very long to cook. That's why you want to go ahead and get it the right consistency. Oh, look at that. Smells great. See, right here's a little too thick. So we're going to add a little more stock. Not too much. I'm not making gumbo. Not today, anyway. Stir that good. Okay, we just about got this wrapped up on our last steps here. I'm gonna add a little more salt. About 1.5 tablespoons. I'm gonna add some Slap Your Mama, some cayenne pepper. This does not have salt in it. About 1 teaspoon or so. It depends on what you like. There's no wrong and right in this cooking. Just like golf. However you can put the little white ball in the hole, that's what you do. As long as it tastes good to you, that's all that matters, right? We're gonna mix the, all right, we're ready to plate this up. We got a little white rice in the middle. As you see, this came out perfect. It's not too thick and it's definitely not too thin. Some good old shrimp in there. I'm gonna top it off with some more of those green onions I had. Oh man, look at that. All right, well, I can't stick around anymore. I gotta get up out of here and try some of this.